Antheion Dennard presents The Chef Zone, showcasing chefs, not just here in Atlanta, but globally to expose their culinary skills to others around the world. The Chef Zone broadcasting live Wednesday and Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Hosted by Chef Jai and Chef Kitura on 106liveradio.com. Don't forget to join us in the zone.
Oh, you didn't think we can do it again? Twister, Kanye West, from Pope Pippin to poppin' tags, from champions to slow jamming. Oh, baby, we can even make you an overnight celebrity. Know what I'm saying? Come on. Play something these people like. Try whips, I know they like. Twister, you told her right. Make you a celebrity overnight. Give you ice like Kobe, right? We sorta like Goldie, right? No way we mold them, right? Make you a celebrity overnight. Girl, I see you in the back bottom jeans. Chinchilla on your back, I wanna know your name. Girl, I'm just like to blow your brains. Put you in the chameleon no-fo range.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? This is Chef Jai, and you are in the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. It is 2 o'clock on our Freaky Friday, and we're about to get this day started. Chef K, what's going on over there?
On this fantabulous Freaky Friday.
Hey, we here. We here. You know, it's another day to kind of get this thing going and get it popping. You know, almost didn't make it on time because that traffic is something serious out there. I tell you what.
Hot Atlanta on a Friday before Juneteenth. We have our VP, Kamala Harris, in town.
Okay.
What could you expect but traffic?
Yeah, you know, and then also, you know, our president decided to sign the Juneteenth holiday into effect.
Yes.
For us. So we getting out of town and celebrating that, and everybody is out on the road trying to find something to do and get into, and you can tell that it's a day off, you know, because it's a lot happening out there in these streets. But we made it, we here, and you know, it's time to get this show popping. So it's going down today. We got a terrific guest coming in the studio today. We got Chef Tonya Morris of Chefy's Personal Catering, and it's going to be an exciting show today. And also, we got Chef K in here today. Oh. As long as we got Chef K, we all right.
What?
It don't matter what's happening.
Was coming?
I didn't know she was coming,
you didn't know
but
she was coming? Right.
But she here. So you know, it's happening. What you got going on for the weekend? Because I know once we get into the show and get started, we're gonna have enough time to really talk about what you got going on and what I got going on. Yeah. So let me find out what you got going on, and then we'll get back into this thing.
Okay. So one of my clients that I prepare meals for, in his home, he's got some folks coming into town, and yours truly will actually be catering the entire weekend. Starting this evening, we're going to do a little fish fry tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to throw some stuff on the grill. And then Sunday I will be gracing them with a little bit of a very nice, intimate Father's Day meal featuring some lamb.
Oh, lamb. Lamb. That's what you said. You said lamb?
I did. Uh-huh.
Okay. What kind of lamb we got going on? What we doing?
The lamb sirloin.
Wow. Yeah. What else is going with that? What's happening?
I'm going to do
with
a bacon wrapped asparagus and a sweet potato puree.
Okay, so since you right here in the studio, I don't have to ask you to email a plate. I'm just gonna have to ask you to bring it on over before you take it over there, because somebody has to be that one to let you know that it's all right.
Oh, well, you know, maybe you just got to come over there, because I'm preparing all meals in their home the entire weekend. Man. Personal chef for the weekend.
Okay, well, it must be nice to have a personal chef. So being a personal chef, how do you find time and balance between being a personal chef, being a mom, being a radio personality, and still making it all happen? How do you get time?
Well, it's you. So the way I look at it, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, right?
That we do.
So I don't get any extra. You don't get any extra. It's all about time management.
Okay.
And you have to. It's a challenge sometimes, but you definitely need to prioritize what it is that you need to get done within those 24 hours, and make it happen, Captain.
You got that right. You got to make it happen, because it's the only thing that you can do. Because, like you say, we all get the same 24 hours. We don't have an opportunity to do nothing else. We got to go big or go home. Well, as for me, I got the same thing happening, just like you. Once we get off of here, I'll be out in them streets, just, feeding folks, making it happen, getting people fed. That's what we love to do.
Food makes people happy.
Right here in the Chef Zone, that's exactly what we do. So, hey, again, this is Chef Jai, Chef Kitura, the Chef Zone, where it's all things chef all the time. Stick and stay. We'll be right back on 106liveradio.com.
Now, just let me live. Oh, permission, make my own decisions. That's my prerogative. They say I'm crazy, I really don't care. That's my prerogative. They say I'm nasty, but I don't give a damn. Getting girls is how I live. Some ask me questions, why am I so real? But they don't understand me, or really don't know the deal about a brother trying hard to make it right. Not long ago, before I win this fight, everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why don't they just let me live? Tell me why. I don't need permission, make my own decisions. Oh. That's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. It's the way that I wanna live. It's my prerogative. I can do just what I feel. It's my prerogative. Nobody can tell me what to do. It's my prerogative. Cause what I'm doing, I'm doing for you now. Don't get me wrong, I'm really not suited. Ego trips is not my thing. All these strange relationships really gets me down. I see nothing wrong with spreading myself around. Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Yeah. Why don't they just let me live? Tell me why. I don't need permission. I don't need my own decision. That's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do. It's my prerogative. Can live my life. It's my prerogative. I'm doing it just for you. It's my prerogative. Tell me why can't I live my life without all of the things that people say? Yo, Teddy, kick it like this. Now, I can do what I want to do. Me and you, together. Everybody's talking. Just let me live. Why don't they just let me live, girl? I don't need permission from nobody. That's my prerogative. And everybody's talking. Just let me live. I don't need my own decision. Oh. it's a blizzard that I can't have money in my pocket and people not talk about me. This world is a trick. I don't know what's going on these days. Got this person over here talking about me, this person. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. This is my prerogative. I can do what I want to do. I made this money, you didn't. Right, Ted? We out of here. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. It's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. It's mine. It's my prerogative.
What's up, everybody? It's time to pass the peas. Come and get your personal and professional push. We're bringing the power with purposeful food for thought. Pass the peas is jam-packed with passion. All right. And it is that time for Pass the Peas. I'm Chef Jai. That's Chef Kitura. We're right here in the Chef Zone, where it's all things chef all the time. So, the P word for the day. You ready for it? Okay. Prosperity. Simply put, being prosperous. Financially prosperous. See, as chefs, you know, sometimes people think that we are kind of going out of our way to look for too much. And we're not. We don't want to. But being prosperous doesn't always have to be a financial gain. Being prosperous can be, you know, you getting something to be able to give to someone else. You can become prosperous in physical wealth. Someone can say, hey, you know what? I want to bless you with an overabundance of vegetables. I want to bless you with an overabundance of proteins. For me, that'd be great because that's it. Proteins are high. So, you know, if you wanted to bless me with that, I would walk in that prosperity very, very happily. Open arms. The art of just being given something that you're able to utilize to make someone else prosperous, to be able to give unto them, to be able to make them have an abundance of something tenfold. So it's all right to be a little selfish in your prosperity. It's all right to walk in your prosperity just a bit as a chef. You know, you do a good job. You're on your feet. You're in that kitchen. You're getting hot. And again, sometimes we don't want to talk about prosperity. We don't want to talk about the end game of it all, because at the end of the day, you do this for not for just self-gratification, not just to please the person that you're doing it for, but you're doing it to become prosperous. You're doing this to take care of your family. Everybody has that thing that they do. This day and age, people say it's stay in your lane, so to speak. So we're just staying in our lane and we're walking in our prosperity. So if you had to have one thing that you feel would make you feel a sense of prosperity, what would that be?
President Obama's checking account information.
President Obama's checking account. Why President Obama? Why him of all people? Bank account.
Because I'm pretty sure it's deep. I'm pretty sure it's deep right now. That's got them deep pockets.
What that got to do with chef and well, I did ask you what he got a chef. So I feel you. You know, connect the dots. We're gonna stay there. President Obama's
checking account.
Y'all hear that? President Obama's bank account.
Yeah, it's Juneteenth, so I figured I would go with
Okay. See, look, Wednesday was something else, so I guess we carrying it over to Friday.
It's Freaky Friday.
It's Freaky Friday. This is what we doing right here in the Chef Zone. But to be prosperous is to give prosperity to someone else. Give me a moment where you shared in making sure someone else was prosperous.
One of the things that I, in all seriousness, giving back, I'm very passionate about. So whenever I am prosperous, whenever I am gifted with, like you said, whether it's the proteins or the vegetables or something that I can transform and share with other individuals who are less fortunate, and who just may need a hand up in life, I'm going to be that individual. So there are times when I've been gifted with some food and I prepared the food and I took it out into the community and shared my prosperity.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a plan. You heard it first right here from Chef Couture in her generosity. No, we're not doing G's, but in her prosperity and her generosity with her generous self. So
Prosperity.
hey, prosperity. Prosperity is the word of the day on the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. We'll be right back. Stick and stay.
We're not in right now, but if you leave...
All this love waiting just for you. I just gotta know that your love is true. Can't keep running, boy, in and out my life. Wanna be your girl, not 'cause the mood is right. If I let you come inside tomorrow, will you hide? Will you be there for me when I need someone to hold? Baby, don't misunderstand. I do want you for my man. I just need a little time before I invest my love. Don't walk away, boy. Don't walk away. My love won't hurt you. No, no, don't.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Have you ever wondered how to get your immune system in check? How about your mind, body, and spirit? Let's talk about foods that are loaded with high nutritional content to improve your chances to a healthier, longer life. Get your daily dose of vitamin C and boost up right here on 106 Live Radio, the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Couture.
On Wednesdays and Fridays, come learn about food, not just about how it tastes, but how it can help sustain your health. The Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura, Wednesdays and Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m.
And we are back. We are back right here on the Chef Zone. I'm your boy, Chef Jai, Mr. from another sister, brother from another mother. All of those things that go along with that. With my sidekick, my partner in cooking, Chef Couture.
Hey, hey, hey.
There she is, the one and only. And now it is time for our vitamin C. Our vitamin C dose of the day is vitamin A. We're going to talk about vitamin A. What you know about vitamin A, Chef Kitura?
I know that it's in liver, and I don't like to eat liver.
You know it's in liver, and you don't like to eat liver.
It's vitamin A. It deals a lot with your vision.
Yes.
Your retinal. Being able to see. So the things that you consume are bring health to your vision.
It does. Okay, so vitamin A benefits. So benefits are, it's good for your vision. It helps with your cell growth. Of course, it deals with your immune system. But did you know that it also protects your eyes at night from night blindness?
I did not know that.
Haha. You heard it first right here in the Chef Zone. I finally got something. We get to these itty bitty nuggets and she always drops something on me that I don't know. So I finally got something that she didn't know. And what I have is that vitamin A protects you from night vision blindness. And it also helps you with age-related decline. So one thing's for sure, two things for certain. We're all going to get older. We're going to get better. I wouldn't say older because...
More mature,
because you got some people that don't believe in that getting older thing. But we're going to face that one day. And the more vitamins that we can take in, the better off we are. We've covered a few vitamins so far, but vitamin A is really vital because sometimes, vision and hearing are the first couple of things to go. And to be able to see, if you can't see, sometimes your body tells you can't function. If you can't see what's happening, you kind of lose all sense of what's going on. It's kind of like when you wake up in the morning and you looking for your glasses, or you feel like you can't see, or you got that morning dew in your eyes, and you're trying to you're trying to get yourself straight and get yourself set, and you can't see. But that's not a lack of vitamin A. It's just you're a little disoriented. But over time, that vision is going to start going down. But you can do some things to help that, and that's in taking that vitamin A on a regular basis. Now, vitamin A from the chef side, it doesn't necessarily have to come to you in a pill format. We here at the Chef Zone like to look at it from a food standpoint. So if you had to think of a food group that you can get your vitamin A from, what food group would you think it'd be? Or what food item, I should say, not your food group. What food item?
Well, as I mentioned just a moment ago, liver. You don't want me to go back
I happen to love liver.
I know.
But you just don't. Okay, let's do this. Let's try eggs.
Yes.
Can we settle on eggs?
Yeah, we can settle on eggs.
Okay. So eggs, you can get vitamin A from eggs, and you will enjoy it because everybody knows breakfast is the most important part of the day. So why not have some eggs and enjoy your vitamin A while you do it at the same time?
You can also get it from sweet potatoes, which is one of my favorites.
I don't want to get it from sweet potatoes. I want to get it from eggs, and definitely liver.
Okay. Tomato.
Dare to be different. Yeah. Hey, that's what's going on right here in the Chef Zone with your boy Chef Jai and your girl Chef Kitura. All things chef all the time. It's Friday. We're going to have some fun, y'all. Stick and stay. We got Chef Tonya Morris coming up next, and I promise you're not going to want to miss this. So kick back, take a listen. We'll be right back.
This stuff is starting now. This stuff is starting now. This stuff is starting now. My eyes roll in my head. I toss and turn in my bed. In the morning when I think about you. Yes, I do. Simply put, you're the reason why. Even though I'm real shy.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey there. Have you been chefing for a cause? What is your cause? What is your why? Here, we're providing a platform to showcase chefs across the world. Our desire is to expose your culinary skills and talents to others. The stage is set on 106 Live Radio. Welcome to the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. Let's talk.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
106 Live Radio wants to inform you, as vaccines are beginning to roll out in the United States to combat COVID-19, remember, doses are limited and given out in qualifying groups. So make sure to check cdc.org or your local health facility to see if you are in a qualifying group and to receive your no-cost vaccination today.
When it comes to a stroke, every second counts. Nearly 2 million brain cells die each minute a stroke remains untreated. Rapid access to medical treatment oftentimes makes the difference between full recovery and permanent disability. Know the signs of a stroke and act fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 if someone is having a stroke. For more information, visit www.stroke.org.
Everybody has a stomach ache from time to time, but when you regularly experience abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, and/or diarrhea, you might have IBS. Go to badgut.org and take the 30-second IBS test to find out. Got a bad gut? Go to badgut.org for good advice.
In a world where cancer is almost a daily part of the news, one cancer isn't heard about enough. Oral cancers are increasing in the U.S., and as in my own case, most people know little about them. Like many, I thought that this was a cancer that impacted much older people who had used tobacco most of their lives. While that's still a problem, the fastest growing segment of the people developing oral cancers are young non-smokers. A very common virus, one responsible for the vast majority of cervical cancers, is now identified as a cause of this rapid rise in oral cancers. Thankfully, in a fast, inexpensive, and painless visual and tactile screening, a medical or dental professional can often identify early-stage disease. So please, the next time you visit your dentist or your medical doctor, ask for this simple screening. Finding oral cancer in its earliest stages may save your life.
Asian Americans are facing
crimes against Asian Americans spiking since the pandemic began.
A rise in Asian American hate crimes in this country, and police are investigating another.
Troubling attacks continue everywhere. This gutsy 75-year-old woman punched her in the face for no reason in New York. This woman was brutally reported against Asian Americans across the year.
No matter your race, your language,
your beliefs,
we all love, we all laugh,
and we all cry.
We need to work together,
fight together,
and stand together.
Now, more than ever. Stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate.
We are one.
Are you thinking of changing your marketing strategy? 106 Live Radio is the solution you need to promote your goods and services. For a limited time only, we are offering special advertising rates on our fast-growing radio network. We can also help you create an audio commercial or a website banner that fits your business needs. It is just that simple. Visit our website at 106liveradio.com for details.
Bringing you the best shows and music 24/7 on your favorite radio. It's 106 Live Radio.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
Hey there. Have you been chefing for a cause? What is your cause? What is your why? Here we're providing a platform to showcase chefs across the world. Our desire is to expose your culinary skills and talents to others. The stage is set on 106 Live Radio. Welcome to the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. Let's talk.
And we are back. So The Chef Zone.
Chef Kitura here with allabouttheminis.com. We specialize in bite-sized flavor on the go. My charity of choice for the Chefing with a Cause is the Live Healthy and Thrive Youth Foundation. I selected this foundation due to their ethics on being able to provide programs to educate children on healthy living and eating habits, as well as providing scholarships to high school seniors pursuing careers in health, wellness, education, and culinary arts. That is why I selected the Live Healthy and Thrive Youth Foundation. Thank you. Hi, Chef Kitura here with allabouttheminis.com. We specialize in bite-sized flavor on the go. My charity of choice for the Chefing with a Cause.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out.
All right, and we are back. Chef Jai, Chef Kitura right here in the Chef Zone, 106liveradio.com. Hey, do me a favor. Go ahead and go to your app store. Download the app. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Go ahead and tag us in on Instagram, Facebook. Go do all of that social media stuff that you like to do out there and check us out. We got a dynamic lineup. We got a lot of things happening here on 106liveradio.com. I promise you, if you put us on, we're going to put it down. So before our guests come on, Chef Kitura, we've been trying to get to this for some time because it was pretty interesting about your cause. You know, we talked about causes, and as chefs, we constantly are giving things to people where, you know, by way of food service, but not always all the time do we have a cause attached to it. The cause sometimes is selfishly getting something in return, monetary value, getting paid for our services. But with this particular situation, this is a cause that's bigger than ourselves.
Yes.
This is something that, you know, the other chefs that's involved, yourself, myself, we all say, you know what, we're going to step outside of who we are and what we are by way of financial gain and do something for the culture and do something for the people. And I just wanted to have a moment before we get started with our other guests to find out about their cause, to find out what Chef Kitura plans to bring to the table, why, and, you know, just give us some good information about what's going on with that.
Okay. So just to reiterate what you're speaking for as far as my cause, you know, we do have the Chefing for a Cause event coming up in July. And my charity is the Live Healthy and Thrive Youth Foundation. And I selected that just because it's the ethics that they have and their mission, their goal to educate and to teach our youth about healthy eating, you know, doing more farm to table type meals. Mm-hmm. And they, you know, host several events throughout the year to be able to do fundraisers to earn money to give back to these children, whether it's in scholarship form for the seniors, excuse me, or being able to put on certain events during the year, you know, teaching them about gardening, etc. So, you know, 1 out of 3 children have high cholesterol, you know, and it's, you know, we as adults have to, you know, what is it? It takes a village, right?
Yes.
So we as that village have to be able to take it back to where it starts from at an early age and teach them about healthy eating.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the reasons why I selected Live Healthy and Thrive Youth Foundation.
You know, when you talk about living healthy, as far as youth is concerned, it really kind of took me to the place where, you know, our great Michelle Obama, you know, yes, she had her whole nutritional campaign as far as the kids are going and wanted to ensure that all of our children remained healthy while they're in school and made sure nutrition was school nutrition was a high ticket item. And to be able to say that you want to help them thrive, you know, you look at these kids today and they're 6'5" and 7'30" and 12 years old, full mustaches and beards, and they're still babies. And I know some of it, a lot of it is genetics and things of that nature. Sometimes, you got a dad that's pretty tall, or mom that's pretty tall.
6'5".
Yeah, 7'30", one or the other.
Right.
You got a parent that's pretty tall like that. So, of course, you're gonna follow in those steps. But I'm just perplexed with the obesity rate of our children this day and age, because one, they're sitting home a lot more. They're not as active, and then the ability to be able to thrive nutritionally in the home has been taken away because mom has to work, dad has to work, and the child is left home to fend for themselves. So the healthier choices are not there as they should be. So I think that's a worthy cause. If you had the opportunity, let's just say you became the ambassador of nutrition for the great Mr. Joe Biden right now, what would that message be, keeping in mind your cause that you're actually doing this for? If you just got the chance to be put in the forefront and say, you know what, I want to create a platform to where this is going to help all children all over the nation thrive and be nutritionally sound from what I'm going to bring.
Wow.
That's a lot, right?
Repeat the question? No.
That's it. That's it.
No. So, here again, actually, I am one of the ambassadors for Live Healthy and Thrive Youth Foundation.
See, I knew it. I knew it.
It's I have gone out to some of the smaller areas where they grow your fruits and vegetables, and I've been able to just see the growth and be able to look at the difference in the freshness. And I've actually, taken a carrot straight from out of the dirt, and brushed it off a little bit or whatever. But there's a difference in that farm to table. But just being able to express the important, if the children are our future, if we are leaning on them to carry us, not just this current generation, but the next generation, and continue that life cycle, we've got to do a better job with regards to educating the youth about healthy eating and getting more vegetables into their lives. You mentioned the fact of, parents working and not being able to, have that healthy meal, but it kind of starts at home. What you purchase, what you buy to bring it to the house. But it's real easy to, go to the store and grab, some frozen products that the children can eat, when you're not at home, throw it in the microwave, but, kind of starting to do a little bit more meal prep with your healthier vegetables and stuff like that. So the kids have some type of a snack or something, during the day when the parents aren't home.
So you mentioned farm to table, and that's kind of grown in popularity here. It's always been around.
Yes.
Farm to table has always been around. But here lately in the last couple of years, we've been really, really putting a focus on farm to table.
Yes.
Restauranting, we've put a focus on farm to table. Processing, we've put that on billboards. We put that on TV. We've put that in the faces of the people. How do you think, as a parent, me just asking the question, chef aside, how can I do a better job at introducing my children to the farm to table concept? And, there's a few vegetables that children just absolutely love, and there are a few that they don't. So how would I go about saying, hey, look, I'm going to introduce Brussels sprouts to you. I'm going to introduce zucchini and squash to you, because that's just not something that the everyday child will pick up.
Right.
But with this farm to table push, it's important.
For me, make it fun. Make it fun. Take them, look into your local communities and find out where you can go and do a tour and show them how things start, from start to finish, with regards to, doing the planting of the vegetables themselves, what you have to do to the soil itself to keep it nourished, to get the nourishments, to that vegetable, and educating them and teaching them about those particular food items so that they can say, oh, wow, you know, I think I want to try it. And for me, I'm a big advocate of try it at least once.
There you go.
Try it at least once. You have to be teach your children to be open-minded and saying, try it at least. If you don't like it, I'm never going to force this on you again. But I need you to keep an open mind and try it at least one time.
So how do you get me to try and embrace and love a broccoli pop? Tell me how that's going to happen, because I'm just not feeling the broccoli pops right now. So tell me how that's going to happen.
The average go-to with broccoli is cheese.
Okay, so that might work for me. So we're going to have a hot broccoli pop.
Yep.
Okay, well, I can dig that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like one of those things, you know, you have to think, you know, your child.
Yeah.
Right? You know what you can do. You know, some parents might say, hey, guess what? I got something in this pocket right here. If you try this just one time, you know, I'm not going to say bribe your children, but, you know, teach your children about keeping an open mind.
Okay. All right. So bribing is where it's at.
I'm not opposed to it, but that would not be my initial go-to.
I mean, but sometimes, it's fair exchange. Not, hey, sometimes you gotta give a little to get a little,
right?
And to be able to introduce this thing to children and say, hey, look, embrace this farm to table lifestyle, embrace these vegetables, embrace all of these things that, sometimes we as adults, we have a hard time with eating things like beets and arugula and Brussels sprouts and squash and zucchini. I love to prepare it, but
right.
Newsflash, that's not my favorite thing to consume. But I could tell you 1,001 ways to make it, and how would it be? So let me ask you this about nutrition. How do you sell that to people that you're catering for, you're chefing for,
mm-hmm.
and it's not really one of your favorites? How do you sell them on that nutrition itself? How do you make them want to gravitate to that?
I'm not going to. Well, so I do have clients that they request specific items that, you're right, it's not my favorite. But, as a chef, you too have to be open-minded, right? And you want to make it eye appealing, be able to look at it and say, okay, if I do it this way, or if I, saute it or whatever, however you're choosing to prepare it, you kind of got to give your client what they want. Now, if it's something that they've never been introduced to, same concept. I'm going to make it look sexy. I'm going to make
there you go. I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to make it to where they look at it and say, I do want to try this. I do want to see what it's about.
So, as far as the children are concerned, because this thriving in nutrition thing that you got going on,
yes.
this overabundance of caring from for farm to table eatery with children. What do you think that you can do here in the near future to make that a monster idea, a big agenda, make it larger than life? What could you do as Chef Kitura to say, hey, kids in the metro Atlanta, come check this out. I got something going on. Come be a part of this. What is that one thing that you think you can put out there outside of this chefing for a cause now? Because we're thinking well beyond this, because I see something more happening with you for this. So what do you think that's going to be?
That's an extremely great question. I'm going back to if you hadn't realized it by now, I am a big kid, so I'm going back. Yeah, but I'm going to go back to making it fun.
Okay.
First of all, you try to find out what it is that the kids are interested in nowadays, and bring that to the forefront. Whether it's having a little get together at a park somewhere, and having all different types of vegetables out there for them to be able to try,
Mm-hmm.
but allowing them to be kids at the same time. I am a huge Minion fan. So you can best believe there's going to be a Minion suit around there somewhere, walking around, and, you know, bringing, you know, to the children something that they can keep an open mind about and enjoy eating.
That's it. Well, you heard it first right here on the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. When we come back, you will hear from Chef Tonya Morris, who is here with us in the studio, and it's getting ready to go down. Chef Kitura, thank you so much for speaking on that cause.
You.
Near and dear to our hearts, near and dear to your heart. Wish you great success, and I'll be in the battlefield with you.
Yes.
And, you know, everybody out there, stick and stay. We got some good stuff coming up. So hold on tight.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
To some, a baby's babbling doesn't mean much, but it does. Especially if there's no babbling at all. Little to no babbling by 12 months or later is just one of the possible signs of autism in children. Learn more at autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
106 Live Radio wants to inform you, as vaccines are beginning to roll out in the United States to combat COVID-19, remember, doses are limited and given out in qualifying groups. So make sure to check cdc.org or your local health facility to see if you are in a qualifying group and to receive your no-cost vaccination today. Oh man, I hope that's not Mom. Man, that could be Bobby telling me about the party that I'm supposed to be at tonight. Okay, maybe I'll just take a little look at it. Just one look. One look is all that it takes. Thousands die every year from distracted driving. So don't just be another statistic. It can wait. This message sponsored by 106 Live Radio against distracted driving.
Everybody has a stomach ache from time to time. But when you regularly experience abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, and or diarrhea, you might have IBS. Go to badgut.org and take the 30-second IBS test to find out. Got a bad gut? Go to badgut.org for good advice.
Vision loss is a growing public health epidemic in the United States, with diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma affecting millions of Americans and causing reduced vision and blindness, especially if you're in your 60s or older. According to scientific studies, macular degeneration affects 11 million people in the United States, and glaucoma is the leading cause of blindness among Hispanics and African Americans. Regular eye exams can help prevent vision loss and better control any damage that may have already occurred. Learn more at www.brightfocus.org. This message is sponsored by CC, host of CC's World, broadcasting Saturdays 4 to 6 p.m. right here on 106liveradio.com, our R&B and throwback station.
Asian Americans are facing
Crimes against Asian Americans spiking since the pandemic began.
A rise in Asian American hate crimes in this country, and police are investigating another.
Troubling attacks continue everywhere. This gutsy 75-year-old woman punched her in the face for no reason in New York. This woman was brutally reported against Asian Americans across the year.
No matter your race, your language, your beliefs, we all love, we all laugh,
and we all cry.
We need to work together,
fight together,
and stand together.
Now, more than ever. Stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate.
We are one.
Are you thinking of changing your marketing strategy? 106 Live Radio is the solution you need to promote your goods and services. For a limited time only, we are offering special advertising rates on our fast-growing radio network. We can also help you create an audio commercial or a website banner that fits your business needs. It is just that simple. Visit our website at 106liveradio.com for details.
Bringing you the best shows and music 24/7 on your favorite radio. It's 106liveradio.com.
Greetings, Chef Kitura here with the Chef Zone. What's in a name? Dad, father, uncle, pop, leader, mentor, whatever it is that you call that special man in your life, make sure you acknowledge him this Sunday, June 20th, from the Chef Zone, Chefs Jai and Chef Kitura. We are wishing you an absolutely amazing Happy Father's Day. One love.
What's going on, Royal Family? It's the Chef Aaron here, proud owner of Damn Good Eating, where we provide all of our family with meals that's sure to make you say, damn, that's good. Myself and other great chefs have been working tirelessly to develop the brand Chefing for a cause traveling throughout the nation to raise awareness about people of color within the food industry. In addition to this, I will be donating a portion of my proceeds to Fierce NYC, an organization building power and leadership within the Black LGBTQ community.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out.
And we are back right here in the Chef Zone. It's your boy, Chef Jai, Chef Kitura, where it's all things chef all the time on 106liveradio.com. We have in the studio with us, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Chef Tonya Morris of Chefy's Atlanta Personal Chef Service, where she does intimate private events, catering, remote occasions, intimate dinners, host cooking classes, one-on-one cooking lessons, restaurant consulting. She's been an executive chef for a lot of major restaurant and hotel brands, designed and owned and operated 3 restaurants, full catering operations. You name it, she's done it.
I've done it.
She's done it. I've seen it. We have a very close bond in this chefing world, but also in our family world. I'm very, very excited to bring to the stage one of my nearest and dearest, I wouldn't say older cousins, I'll just say more mature cousins.
There you go.
And in life and in culinary. See, I got into this a little bit later, but I started to kind of master this thing and really understand it. But I've looked to a few of the things that she's done over time, and I said, you know what? I'm going to take those things and I'm going to make them my own, because you can do that in the chef world. That's what we do. But seriously, welcome to the show, baby.
Yes, welcome.
Happy Friday.
You know, I feel like I need a booster seat sitting next
to me.
Can I just do this?
I'm a little tall. I've been tall all my life.
That's it. What's going on there, Chef?
Oh man, what's going on?
Ain't nothing to it.
This Atlanta traffic is what's going on.
That's what's happening. It's going on out there. But before we get into you, there's this thing that we like to do here on the Chef Zone, and you know, you can't be the chef that you say you are if you can't come on here and throw a recipe in real time. You gotta drop a recipe in real time. So before we get into you and what you got going on, let's see if you can drop us a recipe in real time. And if you can cut the mustard, then we might can just continue.
We might. I get to keep my job.
You might get to keep.
I get to keep my job.
You might get to keep it.
You're gonna put me on the spot.
I
like. You know what? I like salmon croquettes, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do this recipe, because I had some from a restaurant. I don't want to say what it is because I'm about to throw some shade, but It was full of breadcrumbs, and I just, I want to taste my food.
Yes.
I'm very adamant about.
Yes.
I teach my kids, and I teach the guys at work. You want to taste your food. Don't
Yes.
over season, don't over bread, don't over anything. Just over love it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you want to try to stick as close as possible to the original flavors. Okay. So I'm a fan of salmon croquettes, salmon cakes, however you want to say it. And one of my go-tos is to use fresh salmon.
Yes.
I do not use canned salmon. And it makes a big difference.
It does, huge.
So what we want to do is you want to bake the salmon. Once you bake it, you want to bake it up to a good medium rare, medium. Any more than that, you end up with a little jerky. It's going to be dry. You're going to cook all the oils, the things that make it so wonderful for your body out. And like I said, you want to stick as close as possible to the flavor. A little bit of mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, gray mustard. A little bit of scallion. I hate Old Bay. I hate Lawry's seasoning salt. So if you're using that, please don't feed me. But
keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. And then just a little bit of panko. And the reason I use panko is what's great about panko, it doesn't take away from the flavor. Yep. As opposed to regular breadcrumbs. A lot of times it tastes really, really bready and starchy, and you kind of want to stay away from that. And one egg, and that's it. And that's it. We get a hot skillet, cook it up good, and that's it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada boom.
There you go.
Yeah. Same thing you want to do with crab cakes. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Okay.
I just started back eating fish. And it's a hard life when you're from Florida and you can't eat that stuff. So, but it's good now. I'm good.
Cool. Yeah. I'm with you on those salmon croquettes. Growing up,
that was the go-to.
That was one of my favorites.
And some grits. Yeah.
Well, see, you did grits. Rice.
Same thing. It's still good.
Still got that
still
grain.
good.
What? Okay. Speaking of rice, though, I'm gonna throw this at you. Salt or sugar on your rice?
Sugar for what?
I'm just saying.
Sugar does not go on rice.
Does not. Absolutely
does it go on grits?
It don't go on grits either.
Why?
If you want to put sugar on grits, just go ahead and eat cream of wheat.
So, but that's you go on some of these social media pages and Facebook.
It's all lies.
It's all lies. there's that whole thing.
Do not put sugar in my grits.
Sugar or salt.
No sugar, salt. And the flip side of it is that we have to be careful about the sugar anyway.
Yes.
And so you got to think about why McDonald's is so addictive in some of these places, because they put sugar in everything, including the sausage, the cheese and everything.
Yeah.
Again, masking the flavor. We don't want to mask anything. Sugar mask, put a mask on.
Yeah.
It changes the flavor, it changes the dynamics of what you're eating. It changes how you feel after you eat.
Yeah.
And how you load in.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful about the sugar. It's funny because a little sprinkle of sugar in your grit in your collard greens is wonderful, but you also add a little bit of acidity as well. Uh-huh. So the balance between the two is what makes the flavor, not masking the flavor.
Well, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And there you have it. Recipes in real time with Chef Tonya Morris. Hey, we'll be right back right here on 106liveradio.com. We in the Chef Zones. Chef Jai, Chef Kitura, all things chef all the time. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
.106 R&B and throwbacks on 106 Live Radio. Atlanta's music leader. 106 R&B and throwbacks on 106 Live Radio. Atlanta's music leader.
The Chef Zone, culinary professionals. Every Wednesday and Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Executive Producer Antheion Dennard presents The Chef Zone, showcasing chefs, not just here in Atlanta, but globally to expose their culinary skills to others around the world. The Chef Zone broadcasting live Wednesday and Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Hosted by Chef Jai and Chef Kitura on 106liveradio.com. Don't forget to join us in the zone.
Woo! Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
Hey there. Have you been chefing for a cause? What is your cause? What is your why? Here we're providing a platform to showcase chefs across the world. Our desire is to expose your culinary skills and talents to others. The stage is set on 106 Live Radio. Welcome to the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. Let's talk.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
And we are back.
We
are
back.
back. That's it, right here in the Chef Zone. Chef Jai, Chef Kitura, all things chef all the time. We got Chef Tonya Morris in the studio with us today. And so Chefy.
Yes.
Chefy.
That's
it. You've been a part of a lot of concepts and a lot of things. Before we get to those things, tell us how you got into this
wonderful business,
this wonderful world of culinary.
Actually, my major in school was math. I started out engineering. I switched over to math, and I wanted to be a teacher. And the great thing about culinary is that you have such a direct balance between art and science. And so, being in a band, Florida A&M Marching 100, of course, and doing a lot of different things. As a college student, we struggle sometimes with feeding ourselves. And I kind of started playing with the food, and it just went from love from there, and seeing how people react to the dishes that I make from nothing. We don't have much. We got mustard, we got bread, we got a little bit of rice. So, the challenges, in college and the struggle, kind of draw me to, the culinary business and being creative and creating something from nothing. And so it went on from there. And so when I, left college and moved on, and I was like, this is not what I'm not teaching these kids. These children is bad. So, I had to make a life decision, and I jumped into culinary school real quick right after, and I was like, this is where it's at. And working in some of the best restaurants in South Florida, I got a chance to see how fish are cut down, having the whole cow come into the restaurant and, cutting it down and seeing fish, and, and the challenge was then is that I didn't see anybody that looked like me in that business.
Yeah.
And so, trying to find that balance and not getting lost in the sauce, as they say, it just presented so many challenges, so many doors closing, opened so many other doors. And I just saw it as an opportunity to say, hey, I really want to push out and be the best that I can be for those that are coming after me that will have to deal with, not seeing me. One of my first businesses I had, one of the gentlemen, my marketing manager, told me that, to remove my black hands out of my own advertisements. And so those are the challenges that, we're facing coming up in this business. And I said, I want to show a different side of it. And I want to be that person that's going to be like, if she can do it, I can do it. Mm-hmm. These little brown girls and boys, and show them that, hey, we are out here. Mm-hmm. It's not an anomaly like we think it is when we walk into a restaurant. The challenges that we see interviewing people, and, they're like, am I going to interview with the chef? And I was like, I am the chef.
Right.
This is the line.
Right.
So
in being, African American and a female
mm-hmm.
in this industry, what has been one of your biggest hurdles or obstacles?
My biggest hurdle, it's still to this day, just people just want to call you chef.
Yeah.
It's a challenge. They want to call you, sis and ma'am, and,
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. No, that's chef. Okay. But, one of the biggest hurdles, I think, is that coming up as a young chef, or young cook, should I say, it's just really about having to constantly start at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just walk in as a chef. You got to constantly be on this, prove yourself 150%. But that's what my mom always says. She said, you just setting yourself up for a challenge. When you walk into these buildings and you're the only brown person in there, you got to be 150% all the time.
Right.
And I just took it as a challenge. I said, challenge. Let's do this.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
Right. Yeah. Adapt and overcome. And that is one of the things that we have to do in this industry, always being not just ordinary, but extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
You know, always bring your A game.
Mhm.
So you talked about one of your, go-to staple recipes for
Mhm.
your salmon croquettes. What is your least favorite item to have?
My least favorite, oh my God, shucking corn. That has to be the worst thing ever in life. Like somebody has to invent a machine. You just stick that thing in, because I swear, but it's a couple of things that, I just, you just like, ugh, octopus.
Yeah.
Cutting it down and pulling it out. It's just, anything that's creepy crawly, it's just my least thing to make. I love making everything. I think everything is, let's see what we can do with this.
Right.
Let's see, even researching. I don't eat oysters, but I love, researching where the oysters come from, why they taste briny versus why they taste sweet, or, why do they have that certain flavor profile. So, the research behind it, like I say, is a good balance between the art and the science of it. And the science part is really what draws me into a lot of food. Why does it act like that? I don't want it to act like that.
Well, okay. All right. We got girl power happening in the studios that I'm kind of left out and forgotten about over here. But that's all right, though, because it's Friday, and, it happens on a Friday. But I tell you what, Chef Tonya Morris, Chef Kitura, y'all hold on. We'll be right back with more Chef Tonya Morris right here on the Chef Zone with Chef Jai, Chef Kitura. Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out.
What's going on, world? This is Chef Rob coming to you from my friends Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. Catch them on 106liveradio.com on the Chef Zone, 2 to 4 p.m. Wednesday and Friday. Also, look for us soon to be in Atlanta at Chefing for a Cause. It's going to be a wonderful event where me, Chef Kitura, Chef Jai, and a couple other chefs will be making fabulous food for you for a vast majority of causes such as breast cancer, sickle cell anemia, gay and lesbian children's rights, and a few other issues. A portion of the proceeds will be going to each individual charity that we will be sponsoring. My personal cause will be the Atlanta chapter of the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Fund. Don't forget to join us at Chefing for a Cause, and stay tuned for more information on this event.
What's up? It is me, the one and only Chef Kitura here with allabouttheminis.com. Guess what time it is? It's time for Itty Bitty Nuggets. Itty Bitty Nuggets is sponsored by allabouttheminis.com, where we specialize in bite-sized flavor on the go. You can find us at www.allabouttheminis.com. One love.
Yo, and we are back. Chef Jai, Chef Kitura, right here on the Chef Zone, where it's all things chef all the time on 106liveradio.com. Hey, we got Chef Tonya Morris in the building, but before we get back to her, Chef Kitura,
Yes.
It is time for our itty bitty nuggets, our nuggets of information, where she gets to tell me something that I don't know, which I'm pretty certain is going to be pretty outstanding. So let's see what you got today.
Well, I won't say you not necessarily know, but I'd like to educate and share.
I'm talking about me. I don't, some of the stuff you bring, I just be lost. You know what I mean? I'd be
lost in the sauce.
I'd be lost.
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
That's it.
So the other day I talked about the banana.
Okay.
Actually being
Banana.
A berry, and that berries, there are a lot of berries that are actually in the rose family, one of which is a strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
So the strawberries are in the rose family, along with raspberries and cherries and blackberries. And with regards to the raspberry, that is the one item that once it is picked, if it is not ripe, it will not continue to ripen.
Okay.
So I chose the berries because I love to make a fresh berry salad for after dinner, versus going to a lot of the cakes and pies and stuff. I will do a mix of berries. I'll do blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, strawberries. I'll put a little bit of agave, drizzle it with agave, let all those juices marry up together, and then I'll make a homemade whipped cream.
That sounds pretty tantalizing. Chef Tonya Morris, if you had to jump in and talk about those strawberries and being part of the Rose family, what do you think about that? I mean, is that something that you automatically knew because you were this culinarian, or is it something that took you by surprise like it did me over here? I
didn't know it was a part of the Rose family. That's interesting because somebody asked me a question yesterday. Is broccolini broccoli? I was like, no. It's not broccoli.
Wow.
But it's certain things that we do know that, I didn't know about the strawberries, but I do know that, edible flowers have a ton of vitamin C, and so do blueberries.
Yes.
And
the antioxidants.
The antioxidants and everything. So, it will be kind of, it's pretty much, it works out because it makes sense. Yeah. At the end of the day. Yeah.
But the reason why they're in the Rose family, it's the petals. They
the
have
petals?
5 petals.
That's good.
Is why they're considered to be in the Rose family.
Wow. That's interesting. I got some more of that stuff I got to kick out. You learn something new every day.
Those
Every
itty
day.
Nuggets, that's what they're here for.
In the restaurant business especially.
Yes.
That's it. I mean, you never know around here.
You never know.
You never know what you're going to get. There you have it. Strawberries in the Rose family. Itty bitty nugget of the day. Chef Kitura, Chef Jai, right here in the Chef Zone. 106liveradio.com. We'll be right back.
Woo! Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. Woo! Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
Hey there. Have you been chefing for a cause? What is your cause? What is your why? Here we're providing a platform to showcase chefs across the world. Our desire is to expose your culinary skills and talents to others. The stage is set on 106 Live Radio. Welcome to the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. Let's talk.
106liveradio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785.
What's going on, world? This is Chef Jai, Creative Director and Executive Chef of Dream Builders Academy. Dream Builders Academy is an institute of higher education providing a post-secondary vocational training program to the community. We currently offer a 4-month culinary training program and will expand to security, CNA, and hospitality in 2022. We inspire our students to dare to dream big, for it's not just about culinary, it's about life. What's going on, everybody? And welcome to the Chef Zone Community Corner. This segment is sponsored by Dream Builders Academy, where we stand by our motto, it's not just about culinary, but about life. Be sure to connect with us at www.daretodreaminc.org. That's www.DARE2JREAMINC.org. What's going on? And we are back in our community corner segment. This is the time where, if you got anything going on in the community, give us a call. Give us a call right here at 404-464-8785. Chef Tonya Morris in the building. Chef Kitura is always in the building. She never leaves this place. She loves this place.
Can't get rid of me.
Can't get rid of me. Hey, but that's what we do right here in the Chef Zone. Chef T, tell me, you got anything going on that the people need to know about out here that they can come see you at, they can come check you out, visit you right live and in person?
It's so much
in these Atlanta streets.
It's so in Atlanta streets. Well, if you book at least 30 days in advance. That's I promise you. I have something tomorrow. But you could also reach me at my website. It's Chefy's Atlanta, CHEFFYS Atlanta.com. You can go there and contact me. You can follow my Instagram page at Chefy's Atlanta as well, or at Chefy970. I think my personal page is more business than my business page. But, ultimately, whether you want to do an intimate dinner for 2 or, 5 courses, 4 courses, I got a pop-up dinner coming at the end of July. Tickets go on sale within probably about 4 or 5. What's today? Friday?
It is.
So by next Wednesday, Thursday, the tickets go on sale. They're $150 per person. Curated meals, 5 courses, pairings with wine. We have a signature cocktail that begin also paired with cheese, a little balance between the two, the contrast, and just a good vibe. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It's amazing. I also travel out of town. I have one coming up July 4th weekend for Airbnb. That's all the way live as well. That's always fun.
Always
remote is always fun because you never know what you're gonna get when you get there.
Yep.
There's always kicks and giggles and surprises when you get there.
Bring your A game.
Bring your A game.
Got a caller? No? Okay. So, you mentioned your event coming up on, what's that? You said in August?
In August?
Yes. So,
end of July.
End of July?
Mm-hmm.
What, do you have your menu together for that?
No. I want to do some Asian fusion. I just want to take them around the world.
Okay.
Just start on one side and end up on the other, and just go like that.
Okay.
And give me the email. Oh, what's my email address? Chef Tonya Morris. It actually is my name at gmail.com.
Okay. You mentioned your particular event and being able to expose them. So, and you said it was a pop-up. Is it something that you do multiple times a year? Is it an annual event?
Well, this one I just came up with. People ask me, "What you do? Have you ever heard of pop-up restaurants and stuff like that?" And I kind of stayed away from that. Number one, with COVID and everything,
right.
So people not gathering and so on and so forth. So this is an opportunity since things are open back up to bring people get together in an intimate setting. It's only 15 people. 15, 16 people.
Okay.
Very small table. I want to start a supper club.
Okay.
Where they pay, a subscription or whatever the case may be. But we're gonna see this first one and travel along and do some other things and see what happens and how my schedule, how it works out.
Okay.
Might go to a monthly basis or every 3 to 4 months. It's according to, how the branding is going.
Okay. You as you're talking about different things in your career and in your life in this chefing industry, what is one piece of advice that you would offer to an up-and-coming chef?
Oh my God. Attention to detail. There's a couple of things. One is, my number one thing is attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever, and do your research, anybody in any business that you're getting into, do your research, find out who's doing what you're doing. If something catches your eye, that's what you want to mimic. You don't want to mimic and shortcut. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, a lot of chefs, they shortcut on a lot of things, recipes, food. Food is high. We all know that.
Right.
So charge them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't be scared to charge
that part.
Yeah.
That
charge
part.
them. It's okay. If they don't like it, then somebody's going to pay. And then once that person pays, word of mouth is always where it's at. My advice to them is that, like I said, do your research. Never be afraid to grow. Never be afraid to step outside your box. Mm-hmm. And most of all, stay consistent.
Be consistent.
Consistent.
That consistency is important. There's nothing like going somewhere into a restaurant and experiencing something and you're like, oh my God, that was so good. And then you tell somebody, oh, you gotta go taste it, check it out. And you go bebopping in there. You're like, yeah. And you sit down there.
It's always when you bring a friend, and you come back and it's not the same. It's like, ugh.
And they look at you like, really?
It's really what we doing?
This is what you
Absolutely.
Come on now.
Yes.
So what So you talked about how you got into it.
Mm-hmm.
What is your why? What keeps you in this?
My why is just, just like I was saying, I want to make sure that any little brown girl or boy, adult or anybody, just say if she can do it, I can do it. And that goes across the whole spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we get so caught up in, this nothing towards you, this male chef thing.
Here we go. I've been waiting on it.
I love my brothers. You know what I mean? They help me reach stuff and get stuff that I don't want to move. So it works out in the kitchen. But we want to learn from each other and be able to say, whatever environment that I'm in, I can say that this guy started out as a dishwasher and now he's a sous chef. Teaching is the ultimate goal. And being that example for anybody that want to do what I'm doing and say, just kind of setting the tone and setting the trend along the way. And it's not easy because everybody's always looking at you.
All eyes on me, right?
Well, I'll tell y'all what. I hear y'all getting into all this stuff, and I got plenty of questions to ask and jump in there. But we're going to take a break for a minute because it's about to get real.
It's about to get real
in the studio. So, hey, Chef Tonya Morris, Chef Kitura, Chef Jai, 106liveradio.com. We are the Chef Zone. All things chef all the time. We'll be right back. Y'all stick and stay. Come on.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome to the Chef Zone Community Corner. This segment is sponsored by Dream Builders Academy, where we stand by our motto. It's not just about culinary, but about life. Be sure to connect with us at www.daretodreaminc.org. That's www.DARE2JREAMINC.org. What's going on?
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
Primary central nervous system, or CNS tumors, begin in the brain or spinal cord. About 24,000 people are diagnosed a year with a primary CNS tumor. All primary CNS tumors are rare, so often disease information, support, and expert care is hard to find. By raising awareness, our hope is to recognize the need for clinical studies to improve early diagnosis, standardized treatment, and improve the health of those living with this disease. Please visit braintumor.org for more information.
.106 Live Radio wants to inform you, as vaccines are beginning to roll out in the United States to combat COVID-19, remember, doses are limited and given out in qualifying groups. So make sure to check cdc.org or your local health facility to see if you are in a qualifying group and to receive your no-cost vaccination today. Oh man, I hope that's not Mom. Man, that could be Bobby telling me about the party that I'm supposed to be at tonight. Okay, maybe I'll just take a little look at it. Just one look. One look is all that it takes. Thousands die every year from distracted driving. So don't just be another statistic. It can wait. This message sponsored by 106 Live Radio against distracted driving.
Everybody has a stomach ache from time to time, but when you regularly experience abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, and/or diarrhea, you might have IBS. Go to badgut.org and take the 30-second IBS test to find out. Got a bad gut? Go to badgut.org for good advice.
In a world where cancer is almost a daily part of the news, one cancer isn't heard about enough. Oral cancers are increasing in the U.S., and as in my own case, most people know little about them. Like many, I thought that this was a cancer that impacted much older people who had used tobacco most of their lives. While that's still a problem, the fastest growing segment of the people developing oral cancers are young non-smokers. A very common virus, one responsible for the vast majority of cervical cancers, is now identified as a cause of this rapid rise in oral cancers. Thankfully, in a fast, inexpensive, and painless visual and tactile screening, a medical or dental professional can often identify early-stage disease. So please, next time you visit your dentist or your medical doctor, ask for this simple screening. Finding oral cancer in its earliest stages may save your life.
Asian Americans are facing
Crimes against Asian Americans spiking since the pandemic began.
A rise in Asian American hate crimes in this country, and police are investigating another
Troubling attacks continue everywhere. This gutsy 75-year-old woman punched her in the face for no reason in New York. This woman was brutally thrown to the ground.
Our people across the year.
No matter your race, your language, your beliefs, we all love, we all laugh,
And we all cry.
We need to work together
Fight together.
and stand together.
Now, more than ever.
Stop Asian hate. Stop Asian hate.
We are one.
Are you thinking of changing your marketing strategy? 106 Live Radio is the solution you need to promote your goods and services. For a limited time only, we are offering special advertising rates on our fast-growing radio network. We can also help you create an audio commercial or a website banner that fits your business needs. It is just that simple. Visit our website at 106liveradio.com for details.
Bringing you the best shows in music 24/7 on your favorite radio. It's 106liveradio.com.
Hey, what's up, Atlanta? This is your man, Always Live in Atlanta. And I just want to give a special shout out to all the fathers and all the father figures and all the mentors that are out here doing their things. Happy Father's Day to you all.
106liveradio.com. Call us now at 404-464-8785.
Hi, Chef Kitura here with allabouttheminis.com, where we specialize in bite-sized flavor on the go. My charity of choice for the Chefing with a Cause is the Live Healthy and Thrive Youth Foundation. I selected this foundation due to their ethics on being able to provide programs to educate children on healthy living and eating habits, as well as providing scholarships to high school seniors pursuing careers in health, wellness, education, and culinary arts. That is why I selected the Live Healthy and Thrive Youth Foundation. Thank you.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring 'em out, 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 bring 'em out.
And we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Chef Jai, Chef Kitura, Chef Zone. All things chef, all the time. Right here on 106liveradio.com. Chef Tonya Morris in the building.
Yes.
All right. Before we went to break, not we, because I wasn't a part of that conversation. So
oh my gosh.
let me get a part of the conversation. You were talking about the male perspective in this culinary industry. Mm-hmm. Tell me from your experiences, what has it been like to compete in a predominantly male-dominated industry? For so long, the chef has had to be a male.
Right.
At one point, it had to be someone not of color.
Right.
In order to get the respect that was due to them. For so long, the black male chef had a struggle.
Yeah.
But now here's the introduction of not only the female chef, but the black female chef. So what have been your challenges to kind of tear down those barriers in this industry as a African-American female chef?
Well, there's no crying in the walk-in. That I learned that the hard way.
Okay.
Okay. But, coming from very young, stepping into a chef position, having the whole staff walk out on you.
Wow.
Because they refused to be led by a black woman. To now where they don't walk out, they just give you, the business. But you have to really be, you have to stand your ground and understand, and like you said, understand your why. Why are you here? To be that example, and for other women. I work now with a crew of mostly all women.
Nice.
All women, yeah.
Don't
And it's always girl power. But the challenges, and like I tell them, with anything, it's always politics in the kitchen, just like anywhere else. You got to understand the political reason why you're here and what you need to stand for. I would say this is that you have to really go in the room and leave your woman outside.
Yeah. You do. You
Yeah.
have to take your feelings
You have to take your feelings
out.
Yeah. And I would say, in growing up in this business, because over 35 years, and did I date myself?
I wouldn't say that,
Over 35 years, you have to really not be as emotional as the men are. They can rant and rave and they can do all that stuff, but you have to really keep a level head for most part. And my challenge is that challenging that. Why do we have to be? Why can't we show our emotions and everything? Because we're looked at differently when we have a meltdown. Men have meltdowns all day long.
all the time.
Chefs throw stuff and they do all kind of things. But we're not allowed to do that. So
Right. Yeah. Like I said, we do have to check our feelings at the door.
Check your feelings at the door.
And unfortunately, it's one of those things to where when you look at female businesses, that's one of the biggest downfalls, is because we don't check our feelings at the door.
That's right.
My business coach, he tells me all the time, he's like, get out your feelings. This is a business.
It's a business.
This is a business. So
don't take it personal.
Yep.
It's not about you.
It's not about you.
It's really not
It's about your client.
It's about your client. And sometimes it's not even about them. It's just about, doing what you love and being happy with doing it. And then you have to really check that on a daily basis.
Yeah. Doing your why.
Doing your why.
Right.
All the time.
Right.
All the time.
Okay, so you just gave me a great thought process there when you said kind of doing you and doing it for yourself. Hotel events or private chefing? Why?
Woo. Well, the money from the private is my money. The hotel event is their money.
Right.
But beyond the money, I think that it's more intimate. You get to really touch the client as opposed to at the hotel. They don't know you once they leave. That's it.
Right.
A lot of clients with your personal business, and we always have to be careful with that, is that you're going to see those people again, either at another event or they're going to rebook you. So the stamp you have to put on it has a much bigger price than just at the hotel. You can make the guests happy and they can go on about their business and they're just going to go on.
Right.
But that personal chef business, you got kids there, they watching you, you got the clients there, you got people that want to be in the culinary business that are watching you and seeing how you maneuver. And, just be able to touch the people and really, make some personal connections.
Right.
I think is so much, you can't put a price on that.
Right.
You really can't.
Right.
Absolutely. So in running down the things that you've accomplished, and you kind of are segueing into a lot of these points of interest, you're talking about being able to be one with the client,
right?
Being able to be one with the source, if
Right.
you will. How do you merge the ability to teach? Because I see here that you do offer classes and things like that. How are you able to merge the classroom aspect of culinary, because there is a teachable moment each time you
Every
prepare
time.
something? How do you merge that with staying on task of being that food operator that everyone needs to kind of just make that thing happen? I want to sit there and I want to be fat and happy, and I really don't care. But the inner chef in me that doesn't know anything about what you're doing still want to tell you what to do. How do you manage that balance of delicate instruction?
Delicate instruction. I like that word. It goes back to, working in corporate America.
Yeah.
When you work for a corporation, you just can't say anything and do anything. And guys challenge you all the time and they push you out the way and they don't want you to touch certain things because, whatever the case may be. guys and girls. But you have to, and I just had this this question at work, and one of the young ladies that aspiring to be a sous chef, she said, how do you combat that? How do you approach that? And I said, you know what? Tell them they're right. You're absolutely right. But if I was doing it, just me, I would do it like this.
Right.
And then the next time actually do it. One guy, he's like, well, when I make my barbecue sauce, I do this. I say, you know what? You're absolutely right. Let me get that recipe. That's absolutely wonderful. And that's it. Why? What battle? What battle do you have?
Right.
Because everybody has their love for it. Let him love on his food the way he wants to love on it. I'm going to love on it where I love on it. And I'm just going to work my example, and because everybody's watching.
Yep.
Everybody's watching you. So, and when they taste the food, and you're like, oh, yeah, it was pretty good. I like that.
They got to go ahead and admit.
So what you do to it? No, they're not gonna really even admit it. They're just gonna like, yeah. So that's how I do that.
Cool.
You gotta pick your battles.
That's what you got to do. As a chef, do you find yourself having to, and I kind of personally don't think it's necessary in our industry, but people do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Do you find yourself as a female chef, African-American chef, having to name drop some of the supporting cast to you or some of the chefs that you've worked with in order to get some doors open for yourself? Did you have to walk into there and say, well, your skill set wasn't on display and your resume didn't speak for itself, but I had to work with, I had the opportunity to work with this chef and this chef to be able to even have a conversation with certain places that you went?
Well, the arrogant side of me is going to
preach. Come on,
I'm
now.
Very arrogant.
That's it.
When it comes to what I do, because I earned it. I work for it. But my favorite go-to as far as name dropping is Google it.
Oh, Google me.
Google it. Just Google my name.
Google me. Just
Google my name.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I don't have to, it's like, oh my God, you did the stage in Atlanta. You worked with G Garvey? I don't have to name drop. I just say Google it. If that's you want to be, whatever. One of the guys at work was like, she thinks she just walk around here like she better than everybody. I'm not better than everybody. I just don't absorb all the negative energy. I don't feel like it's necessary because I have other things. And a lot of times my mind is like, did I forget the clients? I'm thinking about my clients at work, so, and I just said, Google it. And then he Googled it. He stood in front of me. He Googled it. He's like, okay, I see you. And that's it.
Okay. Well, that's outstanding. Sometimes we feel like we have to say, we have to preface ourselves with naming some of the ones that we probably just poured water for, or set tables for, or we kind of have to set the stage for ourselves when you're the ticket.
Yeah, you're the ticket.
You're the one. You have the right to be that conceited one for a moment. Kind of be a little fluffed up yourself. You're a big deal yourself. So that's just the way it is in this industry. We run into those problems and we run into those things where people.
Well, Chef, what is challenging is when people name drop on you. Like, I've done this for this person, I've done that for that person. Yeah. You're just like, okay, and because they're in an interview, they're trying to get a job or they're trying to work with you. Well, I used to work with this guy, I used to work with that guy. I said, oh yeah, and you call him on the phone, hey.
Well, I like the part where you said, the chef said, she thinks y'all, and it's like, no, I don't think clearly you think it, because you bringing it up, right? So you just validated the fact that I am all of that.
Yeah. And see, we can be all of whatever, and we have to, position ourselves to learn from everybody. I'm a firm believer in just learning from everybody. I learned the most from a dishwasher. I swear, you want to find out the easiest thing, the swiftest way to do something, go to your dishwasher. Like, I don't even understand. How do I shuck 3 cases of corn in 30 minutes? And he's going to show you. Like, he's going to, the prep guy is amazing.
Because they're back there watching, and they're not having to do it, but they're the ones that's mentally doing it.
Yep, they're that sponge back there.
There's so much mental energy going on from that dish pit to that table over there.
Table.
So it's just amazing. So you're this big time chef now. Rewind back 25 years. If you can tell you 25 years something that's going to be impactful to your career right now, what would that be?
Stop being so scared. Don't be scared.
Expound on that, because that's something in itself.
You know, like it goes back to the why. You know, not seeing anybody that look like me doing what I'm doing, and I knew that I loved doing it, but I didn't see anybody doing it on the level that I'm doing it now. Back then, 25 years ago, I was the only little Eminem in school, but I graduated top of my class. And you know, it took some of my other counterparts to tell me, like, why are you so scared? Why are you so scared? Stop being scared. And when I say scared, I mean, because fear comes off in so many different levels.
Right.
And it's not being like shivering in a corner anywhere. It's just about speaking up and being a voice and people hearing you. One of the chefs told me, I said, how do I get promoted? And he said, you got to speak up. You got to let the other chef hear your voice, because you can't run a kitchen silent.
Right.
You can't run a kitchen behind a cutting board.
Right.
You got to get from behind this cutting board and start leading the people that are around you and let people hear you do that.
Right.
So you take that and you say, you know, and one of the, you know, younger chefs that I was mentoring, and I told him, I said, you know, you can't run the kitchen behind the cutting board. You got to get out and, you know, start hearing yourself. I said, now say something really loud to me. I said, that doesn't make me move. I said, but when I walk into a room and I say, hey guys, I got the attention of the whole kitchen. I say, you got to have that type of mentality in your job. You got to not be afraid to do your chef's job and not get paid for it. A lot of us are well, I'm not getting paid for it, so I'm not going to do it. But guess what? Your pay might not come from this job. Your pay might come from another job, another chef, and another moment. Everybody's watching. The universe is watching you.
Somebody's always
watching you. So my, you know, what I would tell myself is stop being afraid, because I was so like afraid. I didn't want to be that loud black girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy. And I'm 6 feet tall. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what you know, when I walk in the room, you think people would see me, but they don't see you, you know? And so I had to stop being afraid to just be okay. And so I just started mimicking my favorite chefs. Whatever they did, I did. And that's how I get across.
So we have this ongoing conversation that I like to pose this question to a variety of chefs, because it does bring about dialogue. We talk about education versus self-taught. You said you have to come from behind the cutting board and learn how to chef. Is that something that you're taught? Is that something that you're educated on in your educational system, or is that something that's, I wouldn't say self-taught, because you're being mentored, you're being trained, you're being coached. Is that a self-teaching mechanism that happens only in the workplace, or is that something that you pick up in an educational entity? How does that happen?
It picked up actually from a chef that I worked with long time ago. He said, how you running the kitchen behind the cutting board? If you're prepping, how are you watching everybody else prep? And so that was a self-taught, you know, just listening to people tell me, you know, what's happening, you know what I mean? And along the way, you know, and eventually I put it into the classroom. And so that's why, you know, a lot of times we like Chef Jai that's worked in the business, me being in culinary school, I was actually in the business already. And I was the only one in my class that worked in a restaurant. So I already heard the lingo and the yelling and screaming. I was used to that.
Yeah.
So a lot of class, we started out with 75 people in the class. We ended up with 10. And neither here nor there, it's not made for everybody, you know, and those teachable moments are really more self-taught than anything. We can go to culinary school all day. It's wonderful to learn the lingo. If I say mise en place, I say julienne. If I say chiffonade, give me a china cap versus a chinois. Those are the things we learn in school. In that business, we learn that go get it now.
Right.
Go get it right now. not
right
when you
now.
feel like going
right
to get
now.
it.
That's it.
So we learn the urgency in the lingo and understand that the kitchen is very hot and it's a lot of pressure and those things like that. And it takes what we got in school. Yeah, you got an hour to make something, whereas you got 8 minutes in the restaurant business.
That's
facts.
Awesome. That's facts. I just want to kind of segue into something else. Now, you talked about all of these things that led you up to this point and how you've done this and how you've done that. And now we are getting to being able to put this stuff on paper. You have a book that you're writing, that you want to get out there. You kind of told me the name, and I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let you talk to him about The Affair. And I did. I just went ahead and said the name. I'm so excited about it.
Boy.
I just wanted to get it out there. But I just want the people to know about this book that's coming out that you're getting ready to bless the world with as it relates to culinary. You said some interesting things the other day about that, and I want to get into that. But before we get into that, we're going to get into this. We're going to take a break real quick, and we'll be right back with Chef Tonya Morris right here in the Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. We'll be right back.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
What's going on, Royal Family? It's the Chef Aaron here, proud owner of Damn Good Eating, where we provide all of our family with meals that's sure to make you say, damn, that's good. Myself and other great chefs have been working tirelessly to develop the brand Chefing for a cause traveling throughout the nation to raise awareness about people of color within the food industry. In addition to this, I will be donating a portion of my proceeds to Fierce NYC, an organization building power and leadership within the Black LGBTQ community.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta while serving the entire globe. It's the fastest growing radio on the web. It's 106liveradio.com.
This is 106liveradio.com, where we like to keep your weekdays purposeful and to give you the motivation you need to get through the work week hustle with shows like
The Morning Rise with the Variable Y, where along with your R&B and hip-hop throwbacks, we discuss mental health, sports, and entertainment. Tune in weekdays, 6 to 10 a.m.
And from 10 to 2 p.m., it's the Tanasha Gray Show, a faith-based show that brings empowerment and godly love to your work week. Weekdays from 10 to 2 p.m. And for those midday hours, you're invited to the 106 Throwbacks Party with the hits that'll never age and keep you dancing weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m.
On Wednesdays and Fridays, come learn about food, not just about how it tastes, but how it can help sustain your health. The Chef Zone with Chef Jai and Chef Kitura, Wednesdays and Fridays from 2 to 4 p.m.
Wednesday and Friday afternoons from 4 to 6 p.m., we're harping on purpose and getting down with meaningful discussions and interviews on the C. Harper Show. All these diverse shows are available when you tune in through the TuneIn app, or simply just download the 106 Live Radio app from the Google and Apple Play Store to listen from anywhere. Subscribe to our YouTube page for live shows and never miss out with 106liveradio.com, where excitement meets diversity 24/7.
And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Man, I love my kids so much. I once sat for 3 hours in the cold rain to watch her soccer team lose by 18 goals.
I love my kids so much. I once used it too to suck snot out of her stuffed nose at 3 a.m.
You win.
Love your kids? Love them enough to make sure they're in the right car seat. From toddlers to tweens, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat to find the right seat for their age and size. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Everybody has a stomach ache from time to time, but when you regularly experience abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, and/or diarrhea, you might have IBS. Go to badgut.org and take the 30-second IBS test to find out. Got a bad gut? Go to badgut.org for good advice.
Are you thinking of changing your marketing strategy? 106 Live Radio is the solution you need to promote your goods and services. We are offering special advertising rates on our fast-growing radio network. We can also help you create an audio commercial or a website banner that fits your business needs. It is just that simple. Visit our website at 106liveradio.com for details.
Bringing you the best shows and music 24/7 on your favorite radio. It's 106 Live Radio.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Woo! Bring them out, bring them out.
And we are back. Hey, we in the studio. Chef Tonya Morris, Chef Jai, Chef Kitura, Chef Zone. All things chef all the time. We were talking about your book before we went off air. I want to give you the opportunity to tell us about this thing that you got happening.
The book is called The Affair. It's really about my relationship with food and some great stories about coming up in this business and recipes along the way, and some great stories to share about the recipe and how it just along my love just got deeper and deeper. And it's going to talk about the breakup. Oh, when I stopped wanting to cook.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, the breakup. And then we got to come back and we got to make up after that. And rebranding yourself and finding that new love and in a different way with the same partner. And it's just a great story.
Break up to make up. Right?
Break up to make up.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I did.
That's interesting, because sometimes, even as a chef, you fall out of love with food.
You fall out of love.
You get to a point in a period and you say, you know what? I think I've done everything that I could do.
Mm-hmm.
I've accomplished
yeah.
what was set for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's a million recipes out there that you can try your hand at. There's a million concepts that you can try to do. But you've reached your end point and you say, you know what? This is it for me. I'm done.
Yeah.
And then you fall back in love again.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. Someone just starting out. I know you asked this earlier, Chef Kitura, but for me, someone just starting out, look like me, move like me, don't have the understanding of me. How do you give them that mental push to stick and stay in this business? What do you tell them?
My God. I have to coach that every day, keep you from walking out. It's like, what?
Wait, where you going?
Where you going? Let's talk about this. So, a lot of times when I mentor or talk to guys at work, and, my thing is all relation to work versus life. And a lot of times we quit the job. We think we're just quitting the job, but we're quitting life.
Yeah.
We're quitting those challenges that we come to every day in life at work. It's the same thing, having to deal with people and attitudes. And a lot of times people quit not because they don't love the food or love to eat or don't love it being busy. They quit because of the other people.
Right.
And that's the same reason why we leave church or we leave our, family in a different area, whatever case may be. It's about the people. And I try to make it relatable as into the people. And I try to be that love at work, And so, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm talking to them like their auntie.
Yeah.
And I say, baby, come here, let me talk to you. Let's talk about this. What's really going on? Because it's always something else. It's not even sometimes you don't know what people are going through when they walk into these buildings or help you cater. They might be at their last little leg, and so I just approach it like that. Make it personal.
That's it. So, hey, listen, we appreciate you for hanging out with us today in the studio.
You.
Chef Tonya Morris, Chef Jai, Chef Kitura. We are the Chef Zone, all things chef all the time. Hey, you got to come back. You got to come do some cooking.
Yes.
She's
going to bring some food the next time.
Bring some food.
Mm-hmm. Before we get out of here, tell the people how they can reach you, get a hold of you one more time, just in case anybody out there wasn't catching the first time.
Cheffies Atlanta, CHEFFYS Atlanta. That's the website.com or Instagram. You can reach me at Cheffy970, which is also my personal page. But very much so, you can reach me at my email, Chef Tonya Morris at gmail.com. And that's pretty much about it. I have so many other concepts going on. So it's just like,
Yes, we definitely need to get you back in so you can share those
concepts.
Yes, absolutely.
And recipes.
And the recipes.
And the food.
Yes. That part, that last.
The food part.
That food part. Yes.
The food part.
Yes.
All right. Chef Kitura.
Yes.
What's up? Talk to us. Take us on out of here.
My friend. So, for me, www.allabouttheminis.com. That's where you can find me. My social media, Facebook is All About the Minis, and on Instagram, All About the Minis _. And if you have not heard it from anyone else today, know that we here at 106 Live Radio, we love you, we appreciate you, and we want you to have a super fantastic weekend.
Thank you.
That's it. Hey, from me to you, as always, it's your boy Chef Jay. You can find me on Instagram _Chef Jay, or you can reach me at www.daretodreaminc.org. That is www.DARE2JREAMINC.org. Hey, it's been a pleasure to be here with y'all today. Coming up next, we got Dr. C. Harper, where she is harping on purpose. I'm telling you, if you don't know, you will know, because I'm telling you, she's going to tell it to you straight and she's going to give it to you right. So until next time, we will see you next week. Love on purpose, live on purpose, eat on purpose. We'll see you later. It's the Chef Zone.
Peace out.
That's out.
Great show team.
What's going on, world? This is Chef Rob coming to you from my friends Chef Jai and Chef Kitura. Catch them on 106liveradio.com on the Chef Zone, 2 to 4 p.m. Wednesday and Friday.